Hi all. This is going to be a lecture 2 on few-shot learning. In the last lecture, we gave some overall idea about what this lecture series about. Few-shot learning, what is few-shot learning, and why few-shot learning, or what are the different approaches for few-shot learning. So this lecture series is going to be based on this content of this paper. Mainly, the section 1 is going to be introduction. Section is going to be about what is meta learning, because this is the crux of few-shot learning, and what are the few-shot learning algorithms based on meta learning. And mainly, it's going to have a main approaches like metric based, optimization based, and model based, and also hybrid approaches. What are the other non-meta learning based approach based on transfer learning and ensemble learning. And finally, what are the progression is currently going on in few-shot learning, and what would be the open problems and challenges. So let us go about the introductions. So introductions mainly begin with artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence field is not right now. It's been since been 1950s, but the latest breakthrough happens because of architecture called deep learning. It's like a hierarchy of multi-layered perceptrons, but however, it requires large amounts of data, and it has been successfully applied in image classification, machine translation, and so speech modeling, which comes under the category of supervised learning. But one of the hurdle or a bottleneck is it requires a large amount of data, in which implicitly an optimization has to go for a many iterative updates, which has a high computational times and large computational resources. But in contrast, a human intelligence can learn to solve a new problem just from a few examples. And it's also able to synthesize and learn the information from previous learned information. For example, if a person wants to ride a bicycle, or it can able to, if a person knows to ride a bicycle, that skill can be very helpful and can be transferred to ride a motorcycles. So how to address this gap between the way human learns and the way the machine learns? So that is one of the thing to address this problem is known as few-shot learning. The few-shot learning definition is the ability of the machine learning models or the AI models to learn and generalize from few training samples. The reason is, for many tasks, large amounts of data would not be available, or it will be hard to collect, and it will be required a large amount of resources and time resources to synthesize the data and to train the model. So one of the way to address this problem is the problem of few-shot learning. So the few-shot learning can be further categorized based on different approaches, which is been outlined in figure 1. So this is one. It's a few-shot learning, which is mainly a meta learning based few-shot learning and non-meta learning based few-shot. In the upcoming video, we'll be going at understand. We'll give some definitions about what is meta learning, what is transfer learning, what is ensemble learning. So now this is going to be overall picture about the few-shot learning. It's mainly based on meta learning, and the meta learning is have mainly based on metric based meta learning, optimization meta based meta learning, and model based meta learning. So in forthcoming video we'll coming about the deep analysis about what is metric based meta learning, what are the methods available for metric based meta learning, like CMS network, matching networks, relational network, and so many uh, architectures which helps us to solve the few-shot learning problems based on the meta learning. And now again, the optimization based meta learning and the model based meta learning. So to all understand this, we have to understand what is meta learning. So another thing is a non-meta learning like transfer learning, and what is ensemble learning, what is multitask learning, what is the difference between meta learning with respect to transfer learning, what is the difference between meta learning with respect to multitask learning. That will be addressing in the forthcoming videos. Now the overall idea is, so we human can able to solve many problems in the real world with few examples, and it can also learn transfer information, transfer its knowledge from one task and the ability to adapt to the new unknown task. So how that could be addressed in the machine learning models? The one of the thing is uh, one of that way to address that human based learning is through few shot learning. The few shot learning is the ability of building a machine learning model to generalize from the few training data samples. And this paper is about the summary of what are the different approaches for the few shot learning. And section 2 covers about the meta learning, and section 3 covers about what are the different types of meta learning based methods and non meta learning based methods. And section 4 is going to give you about what are the various ways to benchmark the performance of the various few-shot learning. And section 3 is going to give you about what are the challenges existing, and the final overall summary of the paper. So this paper is about gives you overall idea about what are the availability of the few-shot learning informations. But prior to that, there are a few papers been published related to summarize this few-shot learning. The mainly these three papers, which will go there. The paper is 4 is about generalizing from a few examples. A survey published in 2019, and 5 is about closer look at few-shot learning classifications. And paper 6 is about meta learning, mainly the meta learning to learn fast. So hopefully we'll come about what is meta learning in the next video. Thank you.